Well, hi there, guys, and welcome back to Wayne's Cave. I thought I'd just do a quick update. We've been progressing well with the observatory, so I thought I'd just give you a quick couple of updates on some adaptations we've made to that. We've been the past couple of days ago now. We've had the big SCA 260 out of the observatory to give them mirrors a clean. There's a correcting element in the just behind the focuser draw tube, cleaning on that. Now that's a tall order. You need as sterile room as possible. So I use the cotton wool method with the distilled water, just going very gently. And I don't know about you guys. Let me know how you've experienced cleaning your telescope mirrors, but it's quite a difficult job. You end up with a very clean looking mirror, and then the water, obviously capillary action makes the water pool up into big blob. You end up with big blobs on your mirror. And then I use the technique shown using lint-free cloth or carefully chosen type tissue. Regular tissue isn't the best. You don't want bits basically being able to fall back onto your mirror. Not that that's a problem. You can blow the mirror off, but so you just carefully just dip the edge of your tissue or your absorbent material just in the edge, and those blobs just shrink down and shrink down. And then you have to discard that damp bit and use another edge. Just touch just slightly the surface of that blob, and those blobs of water, there might be 100 on your mirror, but that's it. You can try and wipe off, I guess. You imagine you wipe off, then you end up with this smear, but you kind of need to keep the water together. Wiping spreads the water, and then there's less of it, but it's spread over the whole mirror. So these little blobs of water that have amalgamated together, you can just dip the edge of that tissue material into that miniature pool of distilled water, and it will suck it in and suck it in, suck it in until you've got tiny, ever so tiny ones, and then just the weight of the edge of that tissue, just dab, and you'll find it's gone. And that way, I've tried a couple of different methods. I found that leaves nearly zero watermark. It gives a good result, so you might want to try it. I'm going to show you what I've improved the observatory with outside now, and yeah, so let's get into this. Hopefully you guys have been out there. It's the New Year's. We were out on the 1st of January, so this year I think that's a good sign for some good clear skies, and hopefully we can get some more astrophotography done this year. If you're new here, smash that like button and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I'll keep striving to bring you material and hopefully useful tips and tricks. We've got the Sharpstar SCA 260 in the observatory, and that's being fine-tuned better and better now as I get more used to it and understanding the conditions in the observatory and what we need to be doing to run a successful session. It's not straightforward, but I'll bring you, my dedicated subscribers, the true realities of astrophotography without a shadow of a doubt. I'll share as much as I can possibly share what I think isn't covered or often overlooked, because if I trip up over some little things, I don't want other people to, and that stalls their astrophotography journey. So if it can help you, then I've achieved what I want to achieve by sharing some basic content with you guys. So join me, join the journey. Let's see what astrophotography we can come up with in 2025. Okay, guys, let's go to the observatory and we'll catch up there. Just outside the observatory, and I thought a handy little thing to show people is making this observatory more weatherproof as we go. And what I found is these things here. And this is like you can buy them in longer strips. I've just torn 2 off to show you, but they're like a thick foam fascia filler for the corrugated roof material you can get. And look, and then what I did, because the depth of mine were a little bit shallower, was just trimmed the bottom a little bit, and then they squidged on in there, and all along there, look, you feel that gap. So guys, we've come into the observatory now, and I don't know if you can see some of those fascia fillers, look through there. So what that enables is a bit more weatherproofing, and now subsequently it's a lot darker in here. So I've just had to sort out a bit of lighting after all the mirror cleaning and such like. You know, the stuff you're storing in here as an observatory, you need to make humidity values your friend. Hopefully you can see this is our dehumidifier working away. As recommended by a friend, it is a desiccant based humidifier, which they work a little bit better at lower temperatures to sort of around 0 degrees. It's still quite efficient. So I've just got, with my one, I can set the humidity value, which I've got there. I've got that set at, the humidity value set at 50. So when it reaches that, it sort of cuts out, keeps it monitored, going along like that. Here's as we can see, the mountain telescope here, which I've got to now walk round. Oh, we've got finally another answer for the SCA 260. We've got a dew shield to fit. Now this is supposed to be like a 10-inch reflector, and I ended up with an Astro Essentials dew shield. This dew shield was for 14-inch SCT, and it's got a couple of adjusters, and you can adjust it to fit. So no problems with that. I've actually got the fans in the back. There's 3 fans like this, so I'm just keeping them running. I'm going to put them on a timer switch so that they sort of just run every other hour for sort of 10-15 minutes, because I want to just keep this, basically the name of the game in here is keeping this all dry and humid free, keeping the humidity down. Yeah, nice and clear from any fogging up. This is the foam packaging here from this telescope, believe it or not. It's got nice sort of oval indentation. So when I close the roof up at the end of the session, often when it's been freezing outside, the underside of this has got a thin layer of frost on. So this is something I've got to improve. I've got to probably foam this up, and probably some spray foam or something to stop the frost and any condensation that might want to get on there. That's my bane at the moment. I need to get this slightly insulated, just basically. It doesn't have to be anything drastic, but just spray foam, something like that. And at the end of the night, you know, also this telescope had frost on it, the dew shield. So, you know, when I close the roof up, that frost has got to thaw and go somewhere. So I don't want to be putting this scope cover, I don't want to be putting that back on, trapping in condensation before, because I did nearly get caught out doing that. I put the roof on, thought I'm safe, the roof's on, put the scope cover on. It wasn't an icy day, but it's amazing what moisture level is in here that you'll trap in there. The outside temperature rises the next day, and then you've got damp. So you've really got to just watch it. It's not like, you've got your observatory, where you go, just leave it all out there and play when you want. You've got to keep an eye on these things. And I just slip, where my camera is there, I just slip this bag over, look, just in case any drips came off of the roof. But do you know something? I don't know if you can see it. Well, basically the roof is absolutely bone dry. It's beautiful. Since having that dehumidifier in here, it's been amazing. We did get out. We shot for a night and a half. Last night was a couple of hours bonus footage of NGC 1893, also very well known for the tadpoles. I did have a blaster image in this the start of 2024 with this telescope. Since I had the mirrors out, everything out, I just wanted something nice and high so I can just basically grade my stars. And also now what I can do is sort of compare last year's imaging run with some of the HFR readings and stuff like that, just to see. I did a star check on an out of focus star, obviously, once I'd reinstalled the mirrors and everything, and after collimation using the Ocal collimator, I found it was absolutely great. I managed to use Jupiter, I think it was, and that worked really, really well. So it took a bunch of exposures. I think I've got in total about 7 hours. So anyway, I'll share all that with you as soon as that's all up and processed. If I've managed to get it processed, it'll be at the end of this vlog. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. So there we have it, guys. Yeah, just a couple of useful things to think about if you're thinking about building, a structure of some sort. And even in hot temperatures, you can get high humidity levels. So do what I did: just go on Amazon, you can buy a 4-pack of little temperature and humidity sensors, and that's literally what they read out: the temperature, the humidity percentage. That's, for those that don't know, that is like percentage of moisture in a given air mass. So where the higher the humidity value is, the wetter that air is. And when the air is wet, condensation, our number one enemy, is easier to form. So get out there, guys. Keep cracking on with it. You'll stumble on little stumbling blocks, but you'll just get back up again. Keep persevering. All right, guys, I'll catch up back with you. See you in the next video.